Practically, is it possible to always be alone and never seek relationships? My last relationship was 4-5 years ago. Had an ugly breakup and never felt the need to be in a relationship or hook up or anything. I'm just too comfortable and content with myself. I've numerous hobbies that I'm good at and enjoy doing. Not in a good shape WRT career, but I'm working on it. It's just that I feel I won't have a value add in my life if I magically find someone. What I feel is it will further complicate and make things worse for me. So it is possible that I can be single and happy like I'm RN forever. Or is it just a phase? It is possible that you can be happy and single forever. Maybe it's just a phase. But why date someone if they don't bring you more joy? It's completely possible to be happy without a partner. Sure, it's possible. Just make sure you're not doing it because there's a deeper underlying issue like a personality disorder. That you have hobbies and a good career means you probably don't. But I'm addicted to my isolation and never seek relationships including friends. But I have schizoid personality disorder. Not great. It gets worse the more you isolate. Bad. Just all bad. But if you're otherwise happy and healthy, then heck yeah, it's possible. And possible to be happy with it. Lots of people do it. It's possible. Just don't end up completely isolated. E.g. with no social life at all. That's not good. It's really up to you. If you honestly feel that way, fantastic. You enjoy your life and see what happens. But, by the way you described accidentally getting a partner ruining what you have, that sounds classically avoidant. You should question yourself. Are you content or are you trying to avoid pain and vulnerability? I've been happily single for 23 years. Green heart. I feel pretty much the same way except I've never had a relationship. Society wants us to believe that we need a partner in order to be happy, but that's bullshit. What matters is that you're satisfied with your life. I have been single and not looking for over 10 years. And I'm the happiest I have ever been. Relationships are stressful and demand too much time and energy. Never felt the need to be in a relationship or hook up or anything. I'm just too comfortable and content with myself. There's your answer. Don't completely rule it out though, since you never know who you might meet one day. If you are happy, stay that way. Many people just hide inside a relationship to avoid being alone. There are other relationships besides romantic. Even just smiling with your barista or checkout person at the grocery is enough for some people. Ask any ace out there. Not having a romantic partner and using the extra time to enjoy yourself is absolutely a viable lifestyle. I'm in the same boat as you. Had a really bad breakup that just turned me off to the idea of doing the whole relationship thing. Again. Spent a bunch of time just focusing on myself instead. Bought my first house. Made good strides in moving up in my career. Embraced a lot of my hobbies. Checked off some bucket list items. I'm fully content being on my own. I occasionally miss snuggling with someone. But I don't miss it nearly enough to give up my current way of life. I'm quite happy with where my life is at and have no plans to change anything. It's entirely possible. Just never lock the door to anything else. Humans as a species need socialization. That can easily be maintained with a small group of friends or a social hobby. If you are happy with yourself and your life, live it. You sound pretty secure of it yourself. Aside for the act of a-king Reddit. This sounds different from wanting romantic contact deep down but being afraid of it. If you're sure if what you want, then that's perfectly fine. Just don't be blind to it when someone amazing appears. I might be single for life after my breakup. I might have messed up a relationship that's already the best for me. And I don't think I could find someone better than my ex. Disappointed. I have bipolar personality disorder type 2. And it's just hard to find someone who could deal with me. Almost 4 years for me as well. I'm also an introvert and an only child. So being alone is my default. It's probably easier for me. The key is to enjoy your own company and continue with your hobbies and interests. Keeping friendships going and maybe finding new friends is important too. Easier said than done. But finding your peace is what it's all about. I thought that way too till I found someone that I truly was 100% compatible with. Now my relationship enriches my life. Doesn't feel like a chore. And my social life has blossomed. If you truly are satisfied by yourself, that's fine. But if it's just because you haven't found anyone where the relationship isn't a chore, keep looking. Just my 2 cents. Better to be alone than to be with the wrong one. It's absolutely possible. Loads of people just don't do romantic relationships and they're perfectly happy like that. Everything is temporary. How you feel today will likely not be how you feel tomorrow, next month, or 5 years from now. Yes, it is possible, but you do need social interaction from time to time so that you won't feel lonely. Always. In my case, if ever I ended up single again, I would never enter a relationship again. I will live my whole life as a single person. I'll just probably enjoy myself hooking up with random stranger occasionally and do things that I don't usually do. However, entering a relationship with someone is not my option anymore. Having close friends that you can fulfill all the social activities with is as good as being in a relationship. When you get older, you might regret it. You're happy now because things are going well. When things aren't going well, it's nice to have someone there you trust and can talk to. But some people are perfectly happy living by themselves. I lived alone for years. And it certainly had its appeal. I don't think there's anything wrong with being single. I've been single for 3 years. Dated someone for 2 before that and was single for 7 years before that. Some peppers are just better off single, I think. I've been single for 7 years. I guess I got tired of the childish PPL, so I said screw one day. Yeah. A person can get lonely at times, but that's natural, but still I'm doing just fine. Yes. I've been without anyone and without any form of sexual intimacy for 4 years now, and I am 100% happy with being by myself. I got out of a horrendous domestic abuse situation and am physically disabled, but he killed everything in me. I have no desires to include another human who would not be okay with my physical state and level of chronic pain. Single and happy here for 40 years. So yes. I haven't dated anyone in years. I hook up every now and then when the urge hits, but I am content in my life just as it is. I have a laissez-faire kind of philosophy. I have always said, if kids happen, it happens. If marriage or relationship happens, it happens, but I am not going out actively looking. I do have occasions where I think it would be nice to have someone to cuddle with, etc., but it's not something I stress over. I love my life. Friends are integral though, in my opinion. The practicality of it is great. I really have no obligations other than work and myself. It's great.